Okay, there we go. There is something. Explore new lands, wield a spear in combat, and test yourself in challenging encounters in Guild Wars 2 Janthir Wilds. The newest adventure in the world of Tyria will play out at the course of 4 quarterly releases, a year of content, feature updates, and more. Pre-purchase to receive the Homesteader. That sounds like player housing, guys. I think it sounds it. Yeah, the Whispering Serpent Pauldron skin and a box with your choice of a Serpent's Wrath's weapon skin. So the weapons we have, guys, it's a house. It's not a hub. Of course. Oh, that's cool enemies. Also, new enemies. Finally, no reused assets. That's pretty cool. That's the trailer that we just saw. Into the Wilds. Oh, that looks so pretty. Guys, that looks so good. That looks so beautiful. Look at those colors. That's probably the city of the Coden. Some animal. These look cool. This looks very good. This is just like Canada. It does. It does like Southern Chile too. Free based. Head north of the wilderness of Janthir in the latest Guild Wars 2 expansion. Recent momentous events have left the denizens of Tyria determined to recover and build a new future together. Knowing the cooperation with neighbors will be crucial for the long-term success. Your allies dispatch you to befriend the lowland Coden of Janthir. Coden of Janthir. I'm really thinking that the wizard that we saw in the Wizard's Tower, the Coden, that we don't ever see him, but they have like books about them. The Sorrow person, I think we're gonna see them. I think they're gonna be a big main point of the expansion. And their news land that was once home to the Strange Morsad and their White Mantle sycophants in the time of the original Guild Wars 2. So I'm guessing that White Mantle aren't there anymore. It's just the Coden. Maybe there's gonna be some sort of like a few enemies of the White Mantle there. Maybe like, just the remnants of the organization, maybe. The story you uncover in the Isle of Janthir will play out across 4 major releases, starting with the initial launch of Guild Wars 2 Janthir Wilds on August 20th, and continuing to introduce content in quarterly release through the first half of 2025. Each quarter of content also requires also includes feature updates, new challenging group content, combat system updates, and more. New challenging group content. Where's Wing 8? Where is Wing 8? Homestead. Your journeys will lead you to our own homestead, an account-wide personal housing instance for you to develop as you complete the associated masteries. Homesteads present you with an area of land and a permanent structure to cultivate, decorate, and share with your friends. You can also access nodes and unlocks you acquire for your personal story home instance in your homestead. So they're gonna merge the personal story home instance with your new homestead. I'm guessing. We're gonna get maybe the home instances upgraded eventually, maybe after the expansion, where they become the same as this one, and you can just choose the one that you like the most. I think that's what we're gonna get. It does seem like it's gonna be a mastery as well. We're probably gonna be able to get more decorations the more masteries we get. Pretty cool. Before we launch on August 20th, we'll be back to share loads more information and a look of the homestead's decorating. Okay, so we're gonna get more blog posts and more videos about it. Spear's new weapon for all professions. Learn the spear. Learn the secrets of the spear from the lowland Coden. Spears, which were previously only used in underwater combat, will now have all new skills for each profession on land. So Snap was right. I was wrong. Some versions wield spears as for melee weapons, while others hurl them at range with devastating accuracy. Spears can be used interchangeably in the aquatic and terrestrial weapon slots. In aquatic and terrestrial, but you will need to equip multiple spears to use them in both locations. Oh, so they mean there's gonna be like a aquatic spear, I guess, in the aquatic slots for underwater combat, and another in the land, the normal one in the top, right? Yeah, and they will have different abilities completely. One of the post-launch releases will also introduce a new legendary spear to acquire. I thought, I expected that. Any like spear skin in your wardrobe will work for spears equipped on land. That's pretty big. That essentially uses a lot of the cool skins that we already have in spears. I wonder if we're gonna get some updated Black Lion sets with new spears. Like, hey, Lord Keeper doesn't have a spear. Let's get a spear for it, right? It could happen. I'm very interested in that. We'll see. Paragon is back. There's some of the classes using the spear. I'm guessing that one was Ellie. I don't know who that's gonna be. Raids and you know what? Guys, I'm gonna, I think it's here. Raids and encounters. Additional challenging encounters will become available alongside new story chapters in the 3 main releases that follow Guild Wars 2 Janthir Wilds in the first of these releases on November 2024. You get a challenge, a new raid comprising of 3 encounters. The story of these encounters will be accessible in 2 ways: through a classic 10-player raid instance or 8th raid, or will large content groups in open world events. So that's how we're gonna do the story in open world events. That is interesting. So there's gonna be a meta, but it's also gonna be a raid. Huh. Very interesting. The conversation will also be extended to the region of Janthir, including Janthir-specific enemies. Cool. Cool. The following major release coming in the first quarter of 2025 will introduce a challenge mode and legendary challenge mode for the raid. Legendary challenge mode as well! That's... okay. That's good. That is very good. That is very good. That is huge. That is huge. Legendary modes will come here forever, guys. I'm sorry. They're just... It's over. The following major release coming in the first quarter of 2025 will introduce a challenge mode and to a raid, and our final major release of Guild Wars 2 Janthir Wilds will add a new fractal and its accompanying challenge modes. So does this mean that we're not getting strikes? Is that what this means? Because they're not mentioning strikes at all here. I don't see why they wouldn't. Like, you know, I mean, I don't see why. Are we not gonna get story bosses? That's a cool little... Wild Warclaws. Wait, what? Janthir Wilds features the Warclaw mount with new mechanics. Previously only available through World vs. World, the Warclaw will be introducing the players in the story of Guild Wars 2 Janthir Wilds, including new skills for PvE play. At the same time, we'll be revisiting the Warclaw's Wars World skills to provide a refreshed experience that builds on what we've learned about mounts since we implemented the Warclaw. That looks cool too. I love this. This is probably the base Wild Warclaw, but I think it looks beautiful. Warclaw for PvE. Honestly, that's pretty cool. I wonder if they're gonna be like... They would have said it was combat, if it was mounted combat. I'm guessing it's gonna be more of like a damaging mount, you know, for the metas and stuff like this. I'm guessing it's gonna be more or less this new sky skill that we're gonna use to like destroy certain gates and stuff like this during the metas. All right, rewards. I knew it. I knew his gun was gonna come back. I knew it. It was obvious. The launch of Guild Wars 2 Janthir Wilds and each major release will include a Wizard's Vault seasonal refresh, then introducing new objectives and rewards. At launch, players will be able to work toward 2 new armor and weapon sets, as well as several other cosmetic rewards. 2 new armor and weapon sets. That's huge. That's a lot. More cosmetics will be available in the following May releases, including a legendary spear and legendary backpack. Legendary backpack. So we're not gonna get a new legendary, complete armor. We're gonna get a legendary spear and legendary backpack. I'm okay with that. I think that's fine. As long as the Wizard's Tower and the Wizard's Vault already gives us so much to look forward to every 3 months. I don't think we need another obsidian armor. It does remind we do definitely gonna have to think of have something to work towards, but I'm thinking that's going to be the legendary spear and the legendary backpack. But because of the raid, I really wish they would have stuck with strikes anyways. They do raids and strikes as well. I'm guessing they're just going to check what happens, right? How this goes. But that's pretty good. I think there's a reason why they didn't mention 1 raid a year here, because maybe they just want to see how this one goes out, right? How it works.